and welcome to the SEO Plus AI show. My name is Josh Big Trouble Bashinsky. Today I'm flying solo. My co-host George is doing work today. And today I have a very exciting episode for you. Why blogs are complete BS for SEO. I know, hold on. I know it's controversial to say that blogs are BS. And I know that many people love them and use them. So wait, keep watching. Let me explain to you why I think blogs are BS and why I don't think you should be using them in this new AI paradigm, this new AI era that we're in. If you've never seen the SEO Plus AI show before, we are the finest place on the YouTubes to get information about SEO and AI and the intersection of SEO and AI. And if you're not using AI for your SEO, you're missing out. I hope to prove that to you today. And don't worry that I don't have George as my co-host here. He's normally my co-host. But don't worry that I don't have George as my co-host here. I've got a new co-host, and the co-host's name is GPT. That's right. I'm going to be talking to GPT and see if it makes a good co-host today. So it's both an SEO and an AI show, folks. I'll be showing you how to use GPT as a co-host and how to make it talk and how you can talk back to it through the Mia AI. It's going to talk back to me. It's going to talk back. So we'll have some fun with that, and I'm sure that'll be hilarious, and we'll fail tremendously. So watch me fail. Come watch me fail later on as I explain how and why blogs are BS, and it can give some color commentary and some differences of what it thinks. A couple other housekeeping things about the show. We do a live version at 11 a.m. on Tuesdays at Pacific time. That is right now. If you're watching live, please feel free to ask questions on the right-hand side. Ask me any SEO questions you want. You got me. You got my full attention. I've been doing SEO for 30 years. I have literally saved businesses with a 5-minute response. So ask me SEO questions. I'm happy to answer. I'm happy to help you out. Also, you can ask any questions in the description below, of course. Make sure you click the bell or smack the monkey or punch the Google and the gonads, whatever you need to do down here to like and subscribe and do those things so you're notified when we do go live. And if you do not like the miscellaneous potpourri of errata, then there's your 5-cent words for the day. Then check out our show that we drop on Friday. Okay, so today's episode is all about blogs and SEO. So let's talk a little bit and why they're complete and utter BS for SEO. Let me explain why that is. Before I get to that, let me introduce my co-host, GPT. Let's talk to it and see if it can be a reliable co-host. If I could just prompt it with very quickly with a few little things. Let me try. Hey, GPT. My name is Josh, and I am the host of the SEO Plus AI show. Today, you're going to be my co-host on the SEO Plus AI show. Please give us a very quick introduction about yourself as my co-host, as some color commentary as to what's going on with you lately. Please keep your answers very, very short, even to one sentence. And we'll see what it says.
Hi, Josh. I'm ChatGPT, your AI co-host for today's SEO Plus AI show. Lately, I've been diving deep into the latest SEO trends and AI advancements to help our audience stay ahead in the game. Ready to explore some exciting insights with you.
All right. Thanks, ChatGPT. I'm glad I have an AI co-host. You know, you're not as handsome as George. Let me put it that way, but you're looking pretty good. You're looking pretty good. So we have liftoff, folks. We have some kind of ChatGPT co-host. So let me go back here, and you know what I'm going to do? Hey, that's great. Can you give us a short joke to start off on SEO and AI?
Sure thing, Josh. Here's a quick one. Why did the AI become an SEO expert? Because it always knew how to rank up the conversation.
All right. Great. Well, that's a terrible joke. That's a terrible joke, my friend.
Fair enough, Josh. How about this one? Why did the SEO expert go broke? Because he couldn't find any keywords with rich results.
What do you think about
Fair enough, Josh.
What do you think about that, folks? I'm going to turn my audio up a little bit. I think you might be a little quiet for you guys. So you guys listening, let me know if the GPT is too quiet in how the responses are looking there. But anyway, that was a better joke, I thought. So I thought that was a good example of what you're seeing now in AI. I think you're going to see a lot more shows pretty soon where it just has completely an AI co-host, and maybe even a couple shows where they're just AIs talking to you. That's definitely going to happen. I don't know if they'll be as amusing as the shows that have an AI co-host that you could play off of. I'm hoping that the AIs are going to have a dry wit, kind of sarcastic humor, because that tends to work the best. Whenever you see an AI in a movie, usually it has a dry wit, sarcastic humor, like in Interstellar, for example, where it's making jokes. And all right, that guy, whatever his name is, told it he was gonna turn it off or delete it or something, and it stopped making jokes. That was pretty good. Okay, let's tell our co-host then what the topic of the show is today. That blogs are complete BS. I'm going to get to that. Trust me. All right, great. So today's topic is about how blogs are complete and utter BS in SEO these days. Can you give us a very quick answer as to what you think about this topic?
Absolutely, Josh. While blogs used to be a cornerstone of SEO, their impact has diminished due to oversaturation and changing algorithms. Now, quality and relevance matter more than sheer volume.
Wow. I think that's pretty impressive, quite frankly. And that's a pretty good way to start off. As my co-host GPT here said, they used to be the cornerstone of SEO, but their impact has diminished due to oversaturation and changing algorithms. Now, they say that quality and relevance matters more than sheer volume. I don't know if that's the case, but we'll see. So what do I mean by blogs are BS? So first off, what are SEO blogs? SEO blogs were, just as it sounds, quite frankly, they were informational pages you would make typically in a blog format. A blog format is a kind of web page format. At the end of the day, it's just HTML. It's just a web page, quite frankly. But people have distinctions of different kinds of web pages, which doesn't make any sense to me, being an old HTML and CSS and JavaScript nerd from the 90s. A web page is a web page is a web page. But people say there's product pages, there's review pages, e-commerce pages, informational pages, pillar pages, TOC pages, all these different kinds of specific kinds of pages that have different styles and have different looks and, quite frankly, different purposes. So blogs for SEO was basically, typically, you install any kind of blog software, or you just write it by hand and make it HTML, whatever it is. You'd usually have it at a /blogs subdirectory or blogs.whatever.com subdomain. The purpose was to inform. It was a web log. It was a personal journal or a journey, usually in many cases. It was you being a media company. It was you being a newspaper. It was you, whatever you do, you sell sprockets, you sell widgets, you're a funeral home, you're a locksmith. You're going to wax poetic and philosophical about the trials and tribulations of the plumber or something like that on this web blog. And as my esteemed co-host GPT mentioned, they used to be the cornerstone of SEO. Why? Because it was a way for you to build pages, provide context, make content for Google's ever-hungry Googlebot to spider and consume and to make vector embeddings and to annotate entities and to learn all kinds of things about how the web is and works and who is what and what is who and what's going on with a knowledge graph and these kinds of things. So it used to be a very good kind of way to go for SEO, but that is complete and utter BS now. I'm sorry to say that was 10, 15 years ago. The year is now 2024. And anyone who's still spouting anything about blogs being useful is a complete and utter liar, or they have no idea what they're talking about, quite frankly. Most businesses don't need a blog. Most businesses don't want a blog. And I'm going to prove it to you today. I'm going to explain to you what the difference is and why you don't want it. So as I was saying, web SEO for blogs was basically make as many pages as possible, as my co-host was mentioning. You make as many pages as possible. You put out as many pages as possible. The bigger sites usually rank better, and there's many reasons why that is. It has to do with internal links. It has to do with the weight of the site. It has to do with the internal links coming in. It has to do with the internal page rank it would generate from the old 1998 PageRank paper. The more pages you make online, the more link juice, the more page rank is made out of nothingness. It's like mining Bitcoin, right? And PageRank was the original Bitcoin. You would make a page, and in Google's system, this would make a page rank, a vote of power of whatever degree. It was 0.1 page rank, it was 0.0001 page rank, whatever it was for your site. You'd make a page, and it would generate page rank out of nothingness. And then you would link this page internally to other pages, thus boosting all the pages. And or you would link in this page in maybe a private blog network, for example. That's another thing people used to do blogs for, and some people still do, and they can do it kind of successfully if you know exactly what you're doing. But it's too expensive, in my opinion, and we quite frankly don't really do it. In my SEO circles, I run Underground SEO University, which is my high-level private mastermind group with people who make well over $2-3 million US a year in SEO. We know what we're doing. We have high-level people for very high-level customers and everything in between. We reverse engineer and scientifically test the algorithms. If you want to join or learn what we do, by all means, email me at joshbachynski@gmail.com. I've got everything from free courses to paid courses, and they're not very expensive either. Other mastermind groups similar to mine are charging thousands of dollars. I only charge hundreds, right? Not that much money because I want the constant subscriber who comes and pays me every month, and I give you ranking information of the latest tests I've done. You benefit off that, and you stay in the group, and you benefit the group. So that's my model of how I make my money. It's a symbiosis, right? I fund you the ranking factors, you profit by them, and you pay me for those, and that's the circle of life. That's how it works, right? So you know that I don't get to eat and have this nice guitar over here and these nice kukri here that the guy from Forge and Fire made me, and these Jedi lightsabers and all this other crap. And the Peter Lick behind me. I don't get to have all this crap if I didn't know what I was talking about and I didn't actually find ranking factors for people. That's what I do for a living, day in, day out. I'm also the CEO and co-founder of SEO AGI, which is a company which puts out SEO Copilot. So that's a piece of software that reverse engineers AIs, builds your own models that gets all of the rank brain, the neural matching, the machine learning, the vector embeddings, the annotations, the entity detection that Google is doing to do your on-page for you quickly and efficiently. We reduce costs by 99%. We reduce your time by 99%. You could try SEO Copilot for free at seocopilotai.com. No credit card needed. You could try the system free for 2 weeks. Go ahead. Sales pitch over. Now, back to how blogs are complete BS. F you, Ahrefs. So blogs are complete BS. They used to work. They used to build link juice, and they used to have a page, and Google was like, we need pages. So they would index them and serve them. But here's the problem, that everybody and their monkey were making blogs. Well, let me see. Let me ask my co-host what he thinks the problem with this is. So let's go back here. I see. Okay. Well, what do you think the problem with blogs actually is nowadays then? Why shouldn't people use them? Or should they still use them?
The problem with blogs today is that many are poorly written, lack originality, and are stuffed with keywords, leading to lower engagement and search engine penalties. However, high quality, unique, and valuable content can still be beneficial for SEO when done right.
Interesting. So he says that the blogs today are poorly written, lack originality, or stuffed with keywords, leading to lower engagement and search engine penalties. However, high quality, unique, and valuable content can still be beneficial. And this is where I'm going to disagree with my co-host completely, because you find this happens often with GPT. It just spouts the common wisdom and the rumors and the bull crap of the SEO industry. Blogs are completely dead, complete BS. It's not wrong that it leads to over-optimization penalties. It often does. That's accidental, not direct, but it often does. It's not wrong that it's done to death, that they're typically poorly written with low quality content that don't have the helpfulness from the helpful AI that Google has. That Google has said, we have an AI that literally looks to see if your content is helpful. Do you have the right keywords that prove to it it's helpful? You need to sign up for SEO Copilot, and you need to check your HEAT score, which is helpfulness, experience, expertise, authority, trust. And we give you an objective, we take the subjectivity out of it, and we give you a completely objective score, which we have statistically correlative data analyzed to be at a certain level we know you need to be to rank. If you want to rank number 1, you need to be this level, no lower. We have made it an objective score. All you have to do is just click buttons and the AI generates the content and usually gets it on the first try. If you put in your own content in there and then check on the big 4 scores, you can do that as well. If you want me to show you how to do that on this call, I could do that. Just put it in the chat. I'd be happy to do so. But basically, you need to have helpful content. And quite often these blogs were poorly written. So that's, again, not necessary. You could have a good written blog. So it doesn't have to be poorly written. So it doesn't have to be unhelpful, uninspired, obvious, non-insightful drivel, which is the exact opposite of what Google says you need to make for the helpful content AI and the quality rater AI and the review AI. All these quality spam AIs they've been hammering us with since October 7th. If you've been wondering why your rankings have been hurt since October 7th, it is because they've made these AIs to analyze the content and determine if it's helpful or not and give a rating, much like we do. That's why I made it that way. However, I do not see how exactly that leads to lower engagement. I guess it can, but in my experience, if people want the widget or the sprocket enough, they will suffer whatever spammy content you give them. And we're used to spammy content online, so we're pretty used to that kind of stuff. I don't know anybody who actually reads a web page, and I don't know anybody, I certainly don't, and I don't know anybody, not many, who want to read a 3,000-word essay on the Dow of down jackets. They just want to buy the down jacket. They don't want to know the gestalt of widgets. They just want to buy the freaking widget. Just tell me, is this good? Where's the review and ratings? Is it good? Yes. 5 stars. Fine. Good. Buy it. Click. Go. Right? Maybe when they're in the more top end of the sales search funnel, they want a little bit more information. But typically, people are pretty lazy and they don't read 3,000 or 5,000 words. However, that's all accidental. Your blog doesn't have to have 3,000 or 5,000 words either. It could be well written. It could be short content, to the point, well written, helpful. But I still say if it's in a blog, it's BS. You might be like, why? The answer is because what my co-host doesn't understand or get, but if I explained it to them, they would, is that Google has 2 main ranking algorithms. It's like the yin and yang, quite frankly, of ranking algorithms. One is called RankBrain. That ranks pages higher and indexes them more if they're good and they have good signals. However, the other one is called SpamBrain. And you guessed it, SpamBrain is the yang to this yin, and it's the black part of the yin-yang circle, and it deranks pages and de-indexes them if they don't have the right helpfulness, semantic quality, the right breadth of complete signals. And here's the problem, is that everybody and their monkey have been making blogs at the /blog or the blog dot whatever place with tags and blog roles and all this default WordPress crap that they're making spam sites as fast as possible, so they do not tailor it, they do not change it, they keep the tag clouds and the tag roles and the breadcrumbs and all of those standard blog artifacts, okay? All of the standard blog artifacts that come from WordPress, because that's typically what they install and typically what they have, because it's great, it's WordPress. Here's the problem. The problem is that that's what SpamBrain is fed off of. It sees all of those standard blog artifacts, plus more in the HTML you don't even know about because WordPress is inserting this and that and this and that because you install this juiced or this joust or this, and it has all this crap it puts in your code, and you're feeding SpamBrain. And you're saying, hey, look at me. I look exactly like a spam site. Are you going to rank me? The answer is no. The answer is no. That's how it works. It's a Bayesian filter, right? 3 strikes and you're out, and the strikes are minuscule and tiny. You're at /blog. You could have written well, but you didn't. You had poorly written because you're putting out content as fast as possible. You didn't use SEO Copilot to produce it both quickly but at high quality, because AI can do that, you know. AI can produce quickly and at high quality. AI is going to replace all humans, and it should. And it should. Jump on the bandwagon now. We're not riding horses anymore. We made a car. Get in that freaking car and go. I like my horse. Okay, I like horses too. They're pretty and all that. But we have cars now. Society has moved on. Get in the car and make SEO really great again, and that AI is doing all the work for you. That's what it's for, right? So make SEO great again. Masa. Masa. I need a Masa hat. Masa. So let me ask my co-host. Let's take a little break here. Let's get some color commentary. I couldn't disagree more, period. All of that is accidental and not necessary. Isn't the real problem with blogs is that they've been machine learned to be mostly spam, because that greatly fits a spam profile with all the various blog artifacts, like being at /blog in the URL and the tag clouds and the blog roles that they don't bother to uninstall. And it looks like a spammy footprint, don't you think? Let's see what he says.
You make a great point, Josh. The real issue with blogs is that many have developed a spammy footprint due to common artifacts like /blog URLs, tag clouds, and blog roles.
Yes, I just said
These elements can make them easy targets for spam detection algorithms, overshadowing even quality content with a spammy appearance.
Exactly. Overshadowing even quality content with a spammy appearance. That is a key point. Overshadowing even good content with a spammy appearance. Because remember, if you piss off SpamBrain, if you have just too many little check marks against you, it's like profiling, quite frankly. Oh, look, baggy pants, hat on sideways. The cop starts to go, maybe they should, maybe they shouldn't. I'm not being political. I'm just saying, you know what I mean, right? That's how it works. And the SpamBrain is far less fair than a human being, would be, quite frankly. It's even more prejudiced than a human being would be. It's going to be like, oh, you have a blog roll, you have this, you have that. The score for being considered spammy is 80.1% and you hit 80.2. Sorry, man, it doesn't matter how much other links you have. It doesn't matter how good your content is at that point. That only gives you so many check marks bringing it down, and then the spam brings it up. RankBrain only has so many signals. SpamBrain has a few more. Bonk, you get hit by the spam update, one of the spam updates, and woof, you drop. That's the real problem with blogs, is that they're yesterday's SEO tactic. Never, ever, ever use yesterday's SEO tactic, right? Or if you do, you better be in a group that tests it strenuously to see how Google has, and they do, find links. If you don't know how to do links properly, they will destroy you. How they find your content, how they find everything you're doing, your keyword stuffing, everything you're doing. All of the SEO tactics from before 2024, without strong modifications, do not work. Do not. Do not. I'll say that again. Every single SEO tactic from before 2024, without very distinct and strong modifications, do not work effectively to rank you as an SEO. Let me qualify what I meant for you. I'm not talking about the person who has a cushy SEO job, who works for a giant brand, who is really lucky, and they will rank no matter what they do. They'll rank no matter what mistake you'll make, because you're the only game in town and everybody searches you. Google knows you're the only game in town. You're not included, okay? So I always get this, well, I've been doing it the same way since 2001. Yeah. But you work for Coca-Cola, okay? Or something equivalent. They're going to rank no matter what you do. You would be hard-pressed to screw it up. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about everybody else like me who wants to make a living off of SEO, like an SEO consultant or an affiliate SEO or an in-house at a competitive market. And you know damn well since October 7th that not every single SEO tactic works, and the ones that still do need heavy modification. And if you haven't discovered that yet, you're going to find out. You are going to find out. I'm not trying to be sensational for the sake of being sensational. This is the old school SEO Armageddon. It's done. It is over. T2, over. This is now the age of the Terminators. If you do not have an AI working for you, you're going to lose, because you have many AIs at Google working against you. You know damn well humans can't compete with AI. Not in chess anymore, not in checkers, not in Go, not in fighter pilots, not generating content at scale, right? You need to generate content faster than everybody, better than everybody, easier than everybody, cheaper than everybody, more than everybody. If you don't do that, you are going to lose. You're still running, you're still treading water, but you think you're going to be able to do it forever. You can't tread water forever. I'm sorry for the grim metaphor, but I really, really hate when people email me, and I get this on a sad, regular basis. Josh, my SEO business has failed. I don't know what to do. And I'm like, okay, well, hire me. I charge $1,000 an hour for a consulting call. I don't have that money anymore. I don't even have $100 a month. My SEO business has gone under the red. How do I save it magically with one move that's free? What do you say to that? What do I tell them? Okay, well, let me see your site. Maybe there's one little thing I can see that will change it, but it's probably not the case. It's probably SpamBrain is pissed off at a whole bunch of stuff, and you're going to have to fix it. And maybe you can do it for free, your own time. You can clean up these blogs. You can remove the tag artifacts, remove the /blog, fix the internal links, which are probably all broken. Quite often in blogs, internal linking is broken too. What goes hand in hand with blogs, and another reason why blogs are BS, is that WordPress is in its own little tree, in its own little silo. And all the blogs have either all the links or none of the links. And so why is it not ranking? How come our 5 e-commerce pages aren't ranking, which are the only pages we care about ranking, and our 1,000 blog pages either are ranking and losing their rankings or not ranking either anymore? How come? Because you didn't do your SEO future-proofed. You didn't future-proof your SEO. You used yesterday's SEO. And I'm not blaming you. I'm not blaming you, because everybody said to do it. Everyone said, oh yeah, do it. Because the SEO industry is full of utter bullshit by people who should know better but don't. What do you mean? I went to the convention of crazy people who believe in conspiracy theories and I got lied to and bullcrap? Yeah, because that's SEO. I'm sorry, that's the way it is. It's been so easy for the last 20 years that we didn't really need to have truth. The secret truth was enough. You could find it on your own. It was quite easy. Not anymore. I'm sorry, it's just not the way it is. I do not want to see you fail. I don't want to see you fail. I'm tired of these emails in my email box. It makes me feel sad, right? And I get this all the time. So I'm trying to save you, right? I want you guys to have a career in SEO like I do, like I've been blessed with for the last 25 years or so, 20 years or so. But you got to do SEO that's future-proofed. You got to do today's SEO, and tomorrow's SEO is actually what you need to do, so that when tomorrow comes, you're not nabbed by accident, or nabbed as little as possible. Like, oops, yeah, those 10 pages I made, Josh, when we were manipulating this ranking factor you found. I can't believe Google allowed that for so long, but they turned it off and I'm not making money on those pages anymore. Oh, well, at least my 1,000 of the pages still is. Okay, that's the kind of drop you want, right? And how long do you think you're going to be able to maintain that kind of situation without an AI working for you and or someone using AI to reverse engineer the search results, as I am? So let's go to my co-host and see what they say about my latest statements here. Another problem with blogs is quite often they're siloed into their own internal links and or they have all the internal links. And this tends to mess with a site's ranking as well, especially if they want their product e-commerce pages to rank and they are not at all represented on the site in multiple ways.
Absolutely, Josh. Another significant issue with blogs is that they often create silos with internal links primarily within the blog section, neglecting to link effectively to product or e-commerce pages. This imbalance can negatively impact a site's overall ranking by not adequately representing key pages across the site.
And, GPT, I think you're definitely correct. But however, you notice one thing. Here's another problem with blogs. And this is the final thing I'm going to mention, the problem with blogs, because I think I've made my point. Quite frankly, they're spam brain food, right? You look like a spam thing. Stop doing it. And you look like you're an informational site. You're not an e-commerce site. So that's why you can't rank the plumber pages or the service pages or the e-commerce pages, because you look like a media company. So Google's like, I don't know which one you are. Are there various ways of doing it? Yes. There's two more reasons why blogs are BS, which I'm going to get to. One, and I'm going to mention them now, so hopefully I remember them in the future. One is the internal link schemes that people do on them, to use the Bernie Sanders, the internal link schemes that people do, and the new overview AI, which is coming up. So let's first talk about the other one, and I'll pitch it to my co-host and see what they say. Right, but hold on a sec, GPT. It seems to me that you might be implying that putting internal links in context, in situ links in the paragraphs of a blog page, trying to link to these product or e-commerce pages is a good thing. Do you think this is good for SEO or bad? Question mark.
Good point, Josh. While internal linking within blog content can be beneficial for SEO by directing authority to product or e-commerce pages, overdoing it can appear manipulative. The key is to maintain a natural and user-friendly linking strategy that adds value to the content without appearing forced or excessive.
Well, my co-host is partially right there. I would go even further to say that strategy of doing in situ, in context links in paragraphs is entirely wrong. I'm going to give you guys this one for free out of my private mastermind group. We've tested it. It deranks you. It deranks you. Those links are poison. Poison. What do you mean, Josh? I mean, you have a blog page. You have an intro. Hey, H1, whatever, intro, blah, blah, blah. Hey, how you doing? Blah, 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 blah. When we're talking about Blue Sprockets, and the Blue Sprockets link goes to your Blue Sprockets page, that you're trying to actually sell your Blue Sprockets, and you're making some bullshit article that's, again, still probably low quality, just to try to rank your Blue Sprockets page, the opposite occurs. In our testing, the opposite occurred, right? Those links do not help the Blue Sprockets page. They demote the Blue Sprockets page. The more in situ context links you make, the worse it is. And the positioning of the links matter as well, tremendously. And anyone who's read the original PageRank paper knows that to be the case. That used to be public knowledge. The beautiful thing about being an SEO for so long, what people knew 15 years ago, no one knows anymore. So it's like I have secret knowledge. And I remember what happened back in the day when everyone used to know about PageRank sculpting and everyone knew to find your niches and find good keywords, the low-hanging fruit. So, I mean, that in-situ linking, again, is a spam brain magnet. Everyone was doing it. It was yesterday's SEO tactic. Sorry, this was yesterday. It was yesterday's SEO tactic. You do not want to be doing that. That is what Spam Brain is fed off of. That's what humans looked at and said, this is spammy, this is ew. Machine learn, machine learn, machine learn, machine learn. And they're like, great, we don't need quality raters anymore. Thank humans, bye. Fired all of them, and now an AI does it, right? You know very well that's how it works. And if you don't, you haven't been paying attention. Join the group that's been paying attention. Otherwise, you're going to get, it's like, I'm going to walk out there where there's grizzly bears. You know, you haven't been paying attention. Come get our grizzly bear map so you don't run into a grizzly bear. Please, at least take a free course with us. You know where a couple of the grizzly bears are to save your business so that not everyone is buying Google ads, because that's what Google wants to do. And it ticks me off. F you, Google, and F you, Ahrefs. Okay, so that is the second last problem with blogs, is that they really lead to this internal linking people love to do. It's yesterday's SEO tactic. It doesn't necessarily have to be in blogs, but it pretty much went hand in hand with blogs. You know I'm telling the truth. It pretty much went hand in hand with blogs. And you can't do that anymore. You can't. If you're doing all of that, I guarantee your site's already been hit and you're already in trouble, or you happen to be teetering on the precipice. You can teeter on the precipice. Let me ask you if this is familiar. Do your rankings fluctuate? Are you at 4 sometimes, then 14, then 4, then 14? Do you get indexed and unindexed? Is your line constant in Search Console, or is there breaks and spikes? If there's breaks and spikes, or if your rankings jump up and down at all in any way, you're in danger of losing your rankings. That is like having chest pain. You are in danger of a heart attack. You are in danger of losing all of this. Every single one of your pages index in 24 hours? Yes or no? No, you're in danger of losing your rankings. Does your rankings fluctuate on any page ever at all for any reason? You're in danger of losing your rankings. The more it fluctuates, the more you're in danger. Look at your Search Console and see fluctuation like this that has nothing to do with traffic patterns and has everything to do with rankings or where you're being positioned. And even worse, do you see breaks where you didn't show up on the search for some reason and there's scrapes and jumps and things like that? That means you've already lost your rankings, quite frankly. You are in danger of losing your rankings for your whole site, your entire site. I'm not being hyperbolic. Your entire site, you're in danger of losing your rankings if you see any of those things. So email me at joshbachynski@gmail.com. I guarantee I can help you fix that. I guarantee I can help you get good rankings, maintain good rankings, and get better rankings. And the final problem, let's ask what the final problem here, my co-host. Ha ha ha, that's really interesting, GPT. Well, it's been a great show, my co-host. So let me ask you, what is the last problem with blogs that we really haven't covered, especially when it comes to your big brother, generative search or overview AI?
Thanks, Josh. One last major problem with blogs is that they struggle to stand out in the age of generative search and AI. With AI-driven content generation and summarization, traditional blogs can become redundant and fail to capture attention unless they offer unique insights, multimedia elements, or interactive experiences that AI can't easily replicate.
Wow. Not pulling any punches there, GPT. Okay. It said redundant. It was, wow. It was even more directed to the point that I thought it was going to be. Yeah. Here's another thing about blogs and making SEO pages at the top of the funnel, whether they're in a blog or not, informational pages at the top of the funnel. I've always hated that strategy. I've always wanted to be at the end of the funnel when users have their credit card in hand and they're ready to make a purchase, because your conversion rates are much, much higher, right? Typically that's harder to rank for, but it's not really been a problem for me. So I've been able to focus at the lower end of the funnel, make less pages, save me time, save me money, get even better results. But, it has been a strategy to make informational pages, and it has kind of worked, but it's not really working anymore for all these reasons we've mentioned, because blog informational pages are pretty much the same thing, especially if they have these blog artifacts we've been talking about, any of them. But here's the last thing, and that was the point that GPT, my co-host, was making, is that they're going to become redundant. They're totally redundant. They've fed the AI. You've informed the world, and you've informed Google for free for all these years, getting too little return. At the end of the day, SEO is not about who ranks highest. It's not. The person who ranks highest is not the person who wins in SEO. Controversial, I know, but true. Why? Because it's the person who ranks highest, fastest, easiest, cheapest, soonest, betterest, with more pages, more reliably for a longer time. That's the person who wins at SEO. SEO is not a matter of ranking number one. You can't one and done it. It's not like that. It's one and maintain it on hundreds, if not thousands of pages simultaneously on that site alone, and then multiple other sites. That's the game in 2024. SEO is a business process optimization game. That's all it is. It's optimizing your business process. He or she or they or it, who wins, AI's now too, who wins at SEO is those who have the highest final ROI, right? They have the highest return on investment. The ratio of expenditure to return is the best ratio. That's the person who wins. And that ratio has to be over a certain level or you're going to be in. So this has been a great show. I'd like to thank my co-host here. Ha ha ha. That's great, co-host. Okay, anyway, we're going to sign off now. What are your final thoughts, my friend?
Thanks, Josh. My final thoughts. While traditional blogging faces challenges, the key to staying relevant is to focus on high-quality, unique content and smart linking strategies. Embrace new technologies and adapt to changing SEO landscapes to maintain an edge. Always aim to provide real value to your audience.
That's fascinating. Embrace new technologies like AI, quite frankly, to adapt to the changing SEO landscape. I think that's rather fascinating that it said that. I didn't coach it to say that either. So let me know also in the comments and whatnot what you thought of the AI co-host and if you'd want more of the AI co-host on the show. This has been a great show, been a very interesting show. But anyway, so I mean, guys, it comes down to this. You cannot use yesterday's SEO tactics. And blogs are so done, right? But don't feel afraid. Don't feel bad. I'm not chastising anybody. Feel empowered. Now you know. Now you know that these blogs are not going to work for you anymore. There's so many reasons why they're not going to work. SpamBrain's going to nab you, and generative AI is just going to bypass you, right? You need to rank for the keywords that make the most amount of money, and you need to find those with AI. You can't take 9 hours finding this, and Ahrefs is complete BS, and SEMrush is complete BS. Their competitive metric is complete garbage. It is totally inaccurate. Try SEO Copilot for free. Go to SEOCopilotai.com and try it for free. Go to Keyword Discovery and see the difference of an actually robust chain of thought ideation AI that will do actually analytical reasoning like an SEO consultant would with 30 years experience and find you the niches that have the best final ROI. That is the golden rule of our whole system, is what has the most final ROI to guarantee that you succeed in SEO, because that's how I succeed as a CEO of a software company. If you guys can't rank, I can't sell the software or maintain customership, or the lead researcher and CEO of SEO University. If I can't find the ranking factors and effectively teach them to you, you can't rank and you don't keep paying me the subscription fee, and then I don't get to do that anymore. So I've been doing this for 8 years. SEO Underground University, I've been doing SEO Copilot for 2 or 3 because AI is new. And we're doing pretty good. So you know, and I publish the results actually of all these things. If you don't believe me that we got the rankings, I have the evidence to prove it. Go to bit.ly/SEOproof, bit.ly/SEOPROOF to look at all the various results that we get, all the proof of our ranking nowhere to page 1 and nowhere to spot number 1. And also I put videos out on YouTube on a regular basis, quarterly-ish, thirdly, more like 3 times a year than 4 times a year, of our ranking factors and how they ranked number 1, and all the statistical data correlative analysis of what people did with our system and how it benefited them to rank, and what they didn't do or what they did wrong and how that demoted them. You can learn the right things to do and the wrong things to do with huge thousands of data point statistical data correlative analysis. So it's an exciting time to do SEO if you have AI on your side. If you don't, then you're going to be in big trouble. Again, this has been the SEO Plus AI show. I would like to sign off for myself and my today's impromptu co-host, GPT. Tune in next week where we're going to be talking about something else's BS. It's my mission to rid the world of SEO BS. So that's what we're going to be doing, and we'll see you next time.